Hello, Edyta. How are you? I'm just going to introduce you because you are an amazing person, and we've known each other through another group, and that we were really sort of connected from that initially. That's how we met. So, welcome and thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm fantastic. So thank you so much for inviting me for the conversation.
All right. So I just want to preempt this whole interview because this is obviously about your journey, and the idea of this is to illustrate to people who have been having, the same issues. They may be watching this, are in the same pain, in the same struggles, problems, that they don't know how to resolve or find a solution that actually works, because there's a lot of therapists out there, there's a lot of psychologists, a lot of coaches, and you've had that journey as well. And that the way that I work and the way that we've worked together, it was really focused on getting really effective transformations and addressing issues each session, and that the method that I've created is really going to help people to get the results they want and connect to what's possible for them as well. So I'm going to ask you some questions, and the first one is, what made you decide to book with me?
So as you mentioned before, we know each other from a different group where we were already working together for at least, I think, 6 months. And so I had the chance to get to know you a little bit, and I love your sharp mind, your ability to see straight things. People say one word and you already on point and know exactly. I'm always like, wow, this is amazing. And in addition, I knew a little bit about RTT. So I thought that might be a good combination because, as you mentioned, in the past, I tried many different things. And yes, I did some progress, but it was like a long journey, very heavy, took a lot of time, literally years. And now I got 40, I'm 40 since January. So I thought, like, now it's time to go a little bit deeper. And my wish was to find somebody who will help me. And this is, as I said, not so easy to find the right person. And then the universe sent me our group and you. And then I had a feeling I need to try this. I just need to try this. And then we started our journey. And what can I say? Amazing.
What was happening in your life at the time that you decided that, made you really want to start, that you were really ready?
Yes. So I think it's just like with anybody else. When you feel like a lot of pain, when you have like a little bit of pain in your life, then you think, I can cope with that. And you like try not to think about it and push it aside. But then, when it's like really hurting, then you say, okay, I need to do something about this. And there wasn't much pain in my life, but my life was, how to put it, I had a feeling that I need to move on. I need to develop. I need to expand, and I feel ready for it, personally, financially, socially. But I don't know what to do, and I feel that there are things that are pulling me back, that are stopping me, that are making me afraid of of trying things, of making the step of going and meeting people. So these were like things, a range from worries to fears that almost like a hand were holding me back. And I knew I there is nothing else I can do, because everything I knew, all my methods and techniques that I've learned in the past, don't help anymore. And I don't know, but I need to go, otherwise I'm going to suffocate. This was literally how I felt, that I am suffocating in my life.
Right. So explain to me in detail what you felt, which you already said you were feeling like you were suffocating, and what it was like to have that problem in your life that you just described. How was, what in detail?
So for example, there were things like I feel that I would like to have a partner. It's time for myself. There are like few years now that I didn't have a partner, a boyfriend, and I felt lonely, kind of abandoned and unloved, and I felt like really I need love. I need somebody to hug me and tell me nice things, because like I was like so empty of it. And of course, I knew from different books and courses that you have to first love yourself. But even telling nice things to myself and buying myself a nice dress, whatsoever, it didn't feel this emptiness. And knowing all that, I understood, I realized that I don't know how to get this person, because there are these fears and worries in my head. And I knew already, if you already worried about something and afraid of something, you will drag this thing in your life. And I had many situations like this in my life. So I knew I have to get rid of that. But I don't know how. And then I need and want this person. How do I do this? So this is how it came to our sessions.
So how long after starting our work together did you meet your current partner?
that was super quick. That was super quick. I thought that when we're gonna start our sessions, and we had quite a few of them. It was a whole program, and I thought, oh, we're gonna do that, and maybe in 1 year, maybe in 2 years, or something like that, somebody, this kind of my perfect prince, gonna come on the horse, so to speak. But what was happening, it was like just few weeks. I think you were saying 8 weeks. We were counting that already a person appeared in my life, and I was like, I was like first like, oh, what's happening? This no, what's going on? My mind didn't want to kind of believe it, because I did not expect that. So that was super quick.
So how long were you single in the past before, since your last significant long-term relationship? How long had it been?
Oh, that was 4 years.
Wow.
Yes, yeah.
So what was the main difference from those relationships to the one that you're in now?
The difference was that with this person now, I have a feeling we have a connection. In a sense, we both, from the first day, and we said this to each other, we have a feeling we can speak about anything, like literally from politics to God to really very intimate things, from the very first day. And this is so beautiful and so easy. I mean, this person is till now saying all the time, oh, this is so easy with you. Oh, this is so easy with you, and no problems with you. I was like, we don't need problems. And if there is an issue, let's talk about it and find a solution. And he's like, wow. And also for me, it is a new experience to be with somebody who wants to talk with me when there is a difference. And the new thing is, he is ready to adjust the time or whatever he wants to do, or his plans, just to please me. And my wish was always to be, so to speak, the most important person men's life, because somehow I always had men that I was, I don't know, every time lower in the list. I don't know, that was like the very last one. I was like really on the bottom. And I realized, okay, that's not the one I want to have, and this is not how I want to be treated. And now this person is telling me that I'm the most important person, and he's literally doing everything to make me feel that I am the most important person. So this is, I think, like, oh my God, this is possible. No, this is not possible. Oh, but this is happening, so it has to be. It's literally, I have to get used to that, and it's so beautiful. I literally feel like in a dream. You were dreaming a dream, and now you are in this dream. So and we have so much fun. So we understand each other's jokes, you know, and in a very short time, because it's like only a few weeks that we know each other, we almost can read the other's mind. So it already is happening that I'm saying something that he is thinking, and the other way around, or I want to call him and he's already calling me, and you know, so things like that, and that's fantastic. So that's different. That's a huge difference.
So basically, you were saying to me in one of the conversations we were having that in the past you were usually the one that was trying to make the relationship work, and you were always trying to please the other person. And whereas in this relationship, you were surprised about when he was giving you flowers or doing things for you, that you were easily and comfortably saying, oh, thank you, as if it was normal, which was very different in the past, wasn't it? Talk to me a little bit about that.
Absolutely. And he's like thinking about doing things that I even didn't think. For example, he was visiting me, and he had a vacation, and then, you know, and he took my car to wash it without saying anything, and then I came back and it was like already washed, and he's like, oh, I thought you might like it. I was like, okay. Thank you. And things like that, you know, or we have to buy water here in Spain, you know, because you cannot have the tap water. And then, you know, before I even thought that I'm running out of water, there were already 10 liters, 2 bottles in front of my door when I came back from work, and was like, oh, that's very nice. So, you know, things like that happening. And anytime I say thank you to him, he says, oh, you don't have to say thank you. That's obvious. That's normal. This is the way it should be. These are his words. This is the way it should be. You don't deserve less. That's what he says. And I'm like, am I like reading a book now, or is this like a kind of fairy tale going somewhere? And so this is literally how does it look like. And my dream, for example, was that I get somebody who can cook and who likes cooking. My dad is a cook, but if you do something at work, you don't do it at home. So I said, okay, the person has to like it as a hobby, do it, you know, at home. And oh my God, he's cooking so good. And anytime we see each other, he is first asking me, what would you like to eat? Do you like this or do you like that? I will make this for you. And this is like crazy what he is doing in the kitchen. And then I have to decide what we're gonna eat, and then we eat that. And I go, and you know, when I was telling him, but you know, if this is like too much for you, and you know, we can do also what you like, right? I want to share that. I don't want to just do whatever I like. It's absolutely fantastic that he is like so thoughtful, and he, no, I like it, let's do it. And I can feel it. It's not a problem for him. And he is not trying to impress me just to impress me. He really is enjoying doing things with me, doing things for me, which is I would say, a joy and a gift that okay, I was wishing for somebody who will do things for me and take care of me and take for me, but he's doing this so naturally that I don't have to feel like guilty, sorry, or that I have to give something back, because in this moment it's becoming so natural that this is even more than I was wishing for myself.
Do you think has been the biggest shift in you as a person on the work that we've done together, dealing with the past, that maybe was getting in the way of you actually finding this type of person and having this person in your life?
Absolutely. There were few things that they were standing in the way to find this kind of person. One of them was, which I mentioned already, I felt that I don't receive enough love, and I feel kind of lonely. I feel kind of unworthy and not understood, not being heard. All these small things that are happening when we are very small children, and after resolving one by one, since obviously there were a few of them and we needed few sessions, um, after all of them resolved, now I feel like actually I don't need extra love. I don't need somebody to give me extra attention or extra hugs, because I feel empty inside. I feel full of all this. And this makes me feel free, comfortable, when I am with this person, because in the past, when I was receiving kindness, love, good word, it was for me so hard to receive it, to accept it. I was like always, no, 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 oh no, thank you. I was kind of like even pushing it away from me because I couldn't stand this so much goodness. It literally made me like stressed.
Yeah.
Yes, uncomfortable. I felt literally stressed physically when I was praised, when I was receiving gifts. And now everything is so easy. So being together with the person, and I think it was like kind of stressful for the other person. I think people, we are all human, so people feel that. And probably they felt that I feel uncomfortable, and this made them uncomfortable. And now that everything is so easy, we are enjoying each other all the time, and it's so easy to make one more nicer thing and then the other nicer thing, because we both like, oh, thank you, this is so nice. Yeah,
So
that's, I would never think I would happen.
There's a lot
Life.
of women out there. I mean, there's a lot of women who, you know, have been so busy working, so busy being very independent, and they can do everything for themselves, and you know, keep meeting the wrong person. And as you know, my program is about that you need to really sort out the past so that you can be yourself in the right place to be able to allow someone to come into your life and be the feminine and allow the person to be able to give to you. So when these women are sort of thinking that it's just a matter of meeting the right person, what would be your comments around that in terms of them believing that it's just a matter of meeting the right person and not having to do anything with the past?
That this is absolutely not right. You will never ever meet the right person as long as inside you things are not right. And the moment, what does it mean things are right in you? It means that you feel healed, you feel happy, and you don't need to prove anything to anybody. You don't have to fill yourself with anything. You are sufficient the way you are. You're like 100% you. You are full. You are enough. And this fullness comes after resolving these different wounds from normally from the past, from the very deep past, from the childhood, which I can tell from my experience. And sometimes their experience, I was so surprised in our sessions that sometimes I was mentioning things that I thought, like, this is not important, but I will say it anyway. And after that, it was turning out that it was the most important thing of the session, and that was a milestone. And this changed a lot for the next time, when I was like, whoa, oh my goodness. So there might be things inside us that we don't even suspect or expect to have any impact, but still they are making our life hard, heavy, and drag the wrong person, so to speak. So the magnets are, which is now very popular, also knowledge where everybody can look, listen, or audiobooks, or read, or YouTube, that you drag the same things the way you are coming in.
Yeah.
And the moment I understood that, that was why I was ready to make this work with you, because I understood, okay, I know there are negative things inside me, things that make me feel bad, things that are not good, not healthy, not pretty, so to speak. And I knew if I change them if I turn them into this beautiful experience and love and whatsoever, call it whatever you like it, then the rest will change. And this is exactly like this. You change things inside you, and the rest coming in. You don't search for anybody, because I wasn't searching for this person. There were friends who invited us to their birthday, and bang, ready. So you don't have to do anything.
So if you, for example, had not done this work, what do you think your future would have been like in 10 years, 20 years from now, if you hadn't actually done this work?
It will be the same. And I already was aware that nothing will change if I don't change anything. And this is how I was suffocating, because the moment I realized and I was aware of the fact that if I don't change anything, nothing will change, and I was so fed up of the situation that I was in, I was like, oh, I'm drowning, I need help. Yes. So yes, if I didn't do anything, I'll be a very unhappy lady now.
So one of the other benefits that you mentioned, or you know, that became evident in the session, was that you actually started to get work coming in, money coming in that you weren't expecting, new opportunities. That
Yes.
was kind of like not even something that you had specifically worked on, but it all was kind of like a side benefit. How's that
Yeah,
one?
that was so strange, especially because it was just a few months ago during the lockdown, when the whole world stopped and nothing seemed to be possible, and no work, nothing. You just stay at home, and that's not nice. You don't have nice thoughts, and then suddenly I get an email with an offer. I was offered a job, and I was like, I didn't speak to anybody, I didn't even wish anything, I didn't even think of anything. How is it possible that I will be offered a job while my colleagues, so many of them, don't have? And I was so surprised, because this is what I was mentioning before. Everything's around you started changing, and you don't even have to do much. And then sometimes I think, what's going to happen if I now start doing something and go to a direction? What's going to happen then, and how many things going to come then to me? So this is something I will explore soon. But the fact is that things started changing on their own, and I was started getting jobs without even asking or sending emails anywhere. Miracle.
Well, you're right, because, you know, as we all know, the environment and what we have in our life is a mirror of, you know, your internal thoughts, your internal beliefs, and your internal attitudes. And until that changes, and when that changes, then everything around you transforms, because you've got different thoughts about yourself, your expectations, and what's possible changes as well. So if you're looking down the path now of your future, with having a relationship that you want to be in, what do you think is going to be your future like now that you have this different perspective on the world, you feel different about yourself, and you can share different experiences with someone?
So the first thing I see when I think about it is just being happy and relaxed, which is such a change in my life, because everything in the past seemed to be a struggle. Relationship was a struggle, and money was a struggle, and other social connections was a struggle, and work was a struggle. And now I see it's on having a look at what's already happening in my life, that things become easy, they become nice, and I started enjoying doing my work and enjoying people around me. Everybody's nice and smiling and helpful. And this is the first time in my life that I think like, wow, living on earth can be nice. Oh, that's really nice. And and this is how I see the future, that it's gonna be joy. I mean, there will be things, there will be challenges, and I will have to also maybe go for new boundaries and grow in new areas in my life, because life continues and that doesn't stop. But it's gonna be with energy and joy, and I literally see as like a bright light, that whatever comes, even there will be a struggle, I will have the energy and the joy to overcome it, So that's how I see the future.
And how helpful is it going to be for you in terms of your health, your well-being, having a support from your relationship in terms of your future?
Oh, this is gonna be gonna have a big impact. I already see now that I feel I can sleep better, and I'm more relaxed, and I eat better. And for example, my partner is also interested in sports, and as I said, mentioned, cooks very well, but also very healthy. So he's very aware of that. Um, and together, this is so nice to do it, because even if you decide to do your sports activities and decide to eat healthy, there will be always a moment that you don't feel like doing anymore, because it's a kind of routine, or you today had a maybe more difficult day, so you're tired. But then there's the person gives you a smile and a hug and says, "Oh, come, I'll cook for you. Let's have this. Let's have a fish tonight." And so it's even if you have a less energy on a day, there is somebody who will help you to stay on one level, or even if not grow further. That's beautiful.
Great. Well, what would you say to people watching this that are saying to themselves, I mean, that's where I want to be, and they're struggling with this issue of not being able to find the right person, and they're kind of like sitting on the fence before they invest in doing this type of work and investing. Obviously there's a time and financial investment, keeping in mind that sometimes people actually join a dating agency and then just get matched up with whoever. and none of the deeper issues get resolved. So what would you say to these people watching that are probably thinking, oh, because obviously this type of work, that it's kind of nothing tangible, it's actually something that is intangible, and it only really reveals itself, you know, and the reason why we're doing this is because we really have to look at the before and, you know, telling the story about what happened and where you are now and how it's going to change the future. So what would you say to these people?
I would say to them to have a sit down and think about their own life now and how much happy they are now or not. And then think about the other side, about all that they want to have, this happiness and this freedom and joy and other people around, this beautiful. And then ask themselves, do I want to stay in this life that I'm now, or do I want to go next step? And if they really feel that they are ready to go, then now they know that the change has to start here, not here. And then if you don't choose it, as I said, if you don't change anything, nothing will change. So now it's up to you. What do you want? Do you want to be grimy, unhappy person, or do you want to be like, have a lot of energy, be strong, be happy, have a lovely vacation, lovely people around you, and enjoy literally every minute of your life and have support whenever you need? If you want that, then go for it. Yes.
Thank you. Some of the people that are going to be watching this basically think that they have to be perfect to be in a relationship. They lack confidence, they lack self-esteem, they believe they're not lovable enough, they, you know, work hard, fall asleep in bed with their laptop or their iPad, often sit at home all weekend working, because they've had a crappy childhood, and basically, you know, they get all their identity from working, and they think they have to have a perfect body. So what would you say to these people that are in these kind of lives, sitting at home alone with, you know?
I would say that I understand you absolutely perfectly well, because I was thinking exactly the same, that I gonna meet my perfect man when I'm gonna be perfect, when this gonna be perfect, when I finish this and done that, and but not only finish, but it has to be finished good, and it has to be perfect, fantastic. And so, you know, and the time was passing by and nothing was perfect. Absolutely nothing. On the contrary, I was even all the time was even more and more aware how unperfect I am and how unperfect is everything around me. I was like, oh my God. Till after we've done our work, that's literally after our work, is when all these wounds with not being good enough, not heard, and not lovable healed. And literally, without even wanting it, the need to impress, prove, and be perfect and on time and on point literally disappeared. And now although I'm, you know, I think I have too short legs, I look out into my mirror as well. Lying to yourself that it's not there. I look at this and I think, oh, that's me. Nice. And then with this good sense of humor, I go to my boyfriend and give him a kiss, and then he's hugging me and saying, "Oh, my lovely, most beautiful woman in the on earth." This is what he's telling me, you know. And whatever I do, literally, people saying, "Oh, that's so nice. Thank you so much. Oh, you've done so good. I like it very much," and everything seems perfect then, you know? It's perfect in its imperfection, literally. I don't know, does it make sense? But this is how I feel, that the moment I started being happy inside, this is the most important thing. And this makes you, what does it make you? It doesn't make you perfect, because then this idea of perfect disappears. It makes you 100% you, and this makes you then unique, and this makes you kind of glowing star, I would say, because then you are so unique and smiling and happy, and this is what drags people to you, not only because you have perfect haircut and perfect makeup. My makeup is not perfect. Absolutely not. I'm aware of that. I don't care. I like it the way it is. And nobody ever told me, oh, you look crappy or shitty or whatsoever. Sorry for my language. But that's how it is. You don't need that.
So, any final words of wisdom that you have for the people watching this?
Wisdom. Oh my God. Oh, people. I was never so happy before in my life as I am now. And this literally only within few weeks. And why in few weeks? It's because I thought I have few more things to do, so I booked a few more sessions with Fiorella. But if you have only 2 things to resolve, then even better for you. It is so amazing, and I would never think in my whole life that it's possible to become that happy as I am now in such a short time. That's it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time, and I'm very proud of you and very happy for you, and look forward to chatting with you again. So thanks again, and have a lovely day.
Thank you so much. All the best for you, and thank you for everything.
Bye.
Bye. Stop.
So I'm still trying to figure out, okay.